Good morning. I'm going to keep this short so you can have more time for a wonderful weekend. You ever hear how people say, you hear this all the time, you hear people say, I eat less, but I'm not losing weight. I'm eating half as much, but I'm not losing any weight. In fact, some people are even gaining weight. And I eat better. I don't eat unhealthy at all. I eat really healthy. Of course, I laugh sometimes when I see what people call healthy, but that's besides the point. The point is they're eating less and they're not losing weight. Why is that? Well, there's a survival situation here and there's less food available. So what does the body do to compensate? It slows down its metabolism. So it's burning less fuel, which makes you start feeling more lethargic and depressed. It lowers your testosterone. It raises estrogen and cortisol and stress. And you just feel like doing nothing. I mean, you're just, right? You just want to go to sleep. You just want to do nothing. You want to lounge around, maybe feel sorry for yourself, watch TV and whatever. That's what happens when you eat less. You just don't have the energy to do things anymore that you normally want to do. Now, this is different than fasting. There's a big difference between caloric restriction and fasting. You'd think they would have a similar effect, but they actually have the opposite effect of each other. Fasting actually raises metabolic rate, thus burning calories. Fasting, and I don't mean fruit juice fasting. We've already made a video about this. Fruit juice is a lot of sugar. It's quite a few calories. That's not fasting. That's a sugar diet. True fasting is water. That's it. Just water and maybe some electrolytes. That's true fasting. Like intermittent fasting, where you just don't eat for 20 hours a day or something like that. And that includes no snacking or nothing in between. You actually raise your metabolic rate and you actually burn calories. You think you'd be more slowed down, but you're not. Those people who've done true fasting, who got over the first couple of days where you're craving carbs and you're just like, ah. Well, after 2 or 3 days, you start feeling high. You start feeling great. You start floating through life and everything is just smoother. You're not tired. Most people who are healthy or somewhat healthy, after a few days of fasting, you feel great. You don't even think about food anymore. Something magical happens where you just go about your life and you think different. Your thinking and your feeling and your emotions, everything is clearer and more peaceful. Nothing seems to bother you anymore. Whereas if you eat less, that's like you're fighting something. You're like you just either crave more food or you just get depressed and don't want to do anything. It actually raises your cortisol and your stress, lowers testosterone, raises estrogen. Estrogen is a fat-gathering hormone, and that's there for a reason. In the old days, when there was nothing to eat and you were in nature and things were scarce, your body tried to store whatever energy it could, and estrogen does that. It helps you gather fat. So fat is your fuel source. It's your batteries that you carry around with you. And then when it's needed, your body uses that as fuel. So when you're eating less, you're sending a message to your body that, well, times are scarce. So your body goes, okay, all right, I'll slow down. Well, there's a price for that. That is, your energy slows down. So anyway, these people that are really overweight and they try to lose weight and they're eating less, you feel like doing less. And that's the worst thing for losing weight, is not doing anything, being lethargic. People sit around anyway all day. They're on the internet or they're in their car. They're sitting, sit. They don't walk. They don't move their bodies enough. One of the best ways to raise your metabolic rate back up is to move your body. Walk your 10,000 steps a day, but do more than that. Start resistance exercise, lift some weights, carry stuff, heavy things, move things, fix things. Just move your body. The more you move your body, the more you raise your metabolic rate. And also, watch what you eat. Obviously, what you eat is important too. The worst thing you could have is refined carbs. Refined carbs is anything made with flour or dough that's baked in an oven. It's usually got wheat in it. Cookies, crackers, cakes, pies, bread, naan, wraps, all that stuff that you love to just grab as a snack during the day. And the problem with refined carbs is they give you some energy, but they make you tired. And then you crave more. And they're very addictive. So you end up just eating. And the irony is, people think fat makes you fat. It's funny, I've posted studies before where they showed people eating a lot of peanut butter actually start losing weight, not gaining weight, or coconut oil or stuff like that. People think fat makes you fat. Well, what fat does is it gives you so much long-lasting energy that you're not hungry. And you go for 5 hours without eating because you're full. And that fuel gets burned up. That's the difference between having healthy fats and protein and eating carbs. Carbs, you eat some, and then it just starts triggering all this ghrelin, which is your hunger hormone. And you just want to just keep eating. I mean, that's all you want to do is just eat, eat, eat. The minute you eat a carb, you want to eat another one, then another one. And all day you're snacking. With healthy fats and protein, you're not doing that. You're not snacking all day. So it's also what you eat. That's really, really important. But let's assume you eat healthy. Things from the produce section, stuff that grows in trees and gardens and stuff like that. And you're getting the nutrients you need. Well, now it's down to calories. Well, calories determines your metabolic rate. Of course, insulin resistance is also, but now we're back to carbs. So if you eat bread and anything baked in an oven, you're going to get insulin resistance after a while, especially if you mix it with bad oils, which is pretty much, look at any ingredient label. It's got the bad oils and the carbs mixed together, and sugar and fat is just the worst combination. So get your metabolic rate back up by moving your body, getting going in life, doing things. Eating less does not mean you're going to lose weight. It means you're going to slow down. It means you're going to be like, ugh. You know, you're going to be so like out of it. You're going to feel like doing nothing, which actually makes you fatter. So that's not the answer. The answer isn't starving yourself. Now, a lot of people eat too much. So lowering your calories to where it should be, you should, I guess, count your calories if you can. Most people have way too many calories. So yeah, you should cut your calories if you're eating too much. But if you are eating the right amount of calories, the answer isn't to eat less. The answer is to move your body more and eat the right foods. So it's okay to eat. Eating is okay. It's not a bad thing. Just eat the right stuff and move your body. Of course, insulin resistance comes into play when you're eating the wrong things like carbs and sugar and anything that's bad for you. Now you're getting insulin resistance. Now the food isn't going into your cells. And what's the best thing for helping get rid of insulin resistance? Fasting. That's right. Eating nothing. Not eating less, eating nothing. That's it. That's my message for the day. So it's okay to eat. Just eat healthy foods and move your body. That's it. Keep that in mind. I'll see you next week. Have a great weekend. Bye.